Every year, thousands of cars are destroyed by storms, and most of it could have been avoided. The truth? Most drivers don't realize their car is a sitting duck for flooded engines, shattered windshields, and soaked interiors. In today's video, I'll show you how to make your car storm-proof with simple steps that could save you from sky-high repair bills. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Every year, storms cause billions of dollars in vehicle damage, with millions of cars caught in floods, battered by hail, or wrecked by falling debris. A surprising amount of that destruction isn't inevitable. It's the result of hidden weaknesses in the design and maintenance of modern vehicles. What most drivers don't realize is that many of the very features we take for granted in our cars can fail spectacularly under stormy conditions. Let's talk about windshield seals, for example. You might think these are watertight by design, but as cars age, the seals naturally begin to wear out, creating tiny gaps that let water creep inside. Now, during a light drizzle, that might not amount to much, but during a heavy storm, leaked water can pool under your carpeting, soaking into the padding underneath. If left unchecked, it's a breeding ground for mold, and once mold sets in, removing it isn't just expensive. It can also be a health hazard, especially for anyone with allergies or asthma. Then there's your car's electrical system. Did you know that a minor flood, just a few inches of water, can send repair bills soaring? Water is notorious for corroding electrical components, and moisture creeping into the wiring can cause shorts in everything from your starter to your central locking system. Imagine losing your dashboard lights, navigation, and even your ability to start your car, all because of damage you couldn't see coming. According to experts, replacing a compromised electrical control module can cost $1,000 or more. If the system needs a full overhaul, repairs can easily top $5,000. And despite how advanced modern cars are, many are designed with electronics located perilously low in the vehicle, leaving them vulnerable to even minor flooding. Speaking of low-lying components, let's not forget your engine. If water gets sucked into the engine intake because of street flooding, it can ruin your engine entirely, a condition called hydrolock. When this happens, repairs aren't just pricey. In extreme cases, the cost of replacing the engine can total more than the vehicle's value. One telltale mistake drivers make? Assuming their car sits high enough off the ground to wade through standing water safely. The reality is, even SUVs and trucks are not immune, and the damage can happen faster than you think. The dangers don't stop there. Another risk hiding in plain sight is rust. A storm-drenched car might look fine after it's dried, but repeated exposure to water, especially on untreated metal surfaces or within wheel wells, accelerates corrosion. This isn't just an aesthetic issue. Rust compromises the structural integrity of your car's frame over time, making it weaker and less safe in the event of a collision. And let's face it, no one likes the idea of a chipped, rusted ride that's only going to cost more to repair or replace in the future. The most shocking part? Preventing many of these issues is far simpler than you'd expect. Yet basic maintenance like checking your weather seals is often ignored. These seals are your first line of defense against rain entering your vehicle, but they degrade due to sun exposure, temperature changes, and simple wear and tear. A 5-minute inspection to ensure that seals around your doors and windows are intact could save you hundreds or thousands of dollars down the road. Similarly, applying protective sprays or wax coatings to vulnerable metal panels significantly reduces the chances of rust forming, but many drivers overlook it entirely. And here's something most people completely miss. Your car's interior materials play a huge role in how storm resilient it is. Leather, for instance, doesn't absorb water the way fabric seats do, but soaking still causes cracks and permanent discoloration unless treated promptly. Meanwhile, fabric interiors may hold moisture longer, worsening that musty, damp smell that no amount of air freshener can mask. Simple precautions like using water-resistant seat covers or keeping absorbent cloths in the car can help you stay ahead of the problem. These weak spots are easy to overlook because most drivers assume their cars are better protected than they really are. Still, recognizing vulnerabilities now means you can address them before bad weather strikes. Spend a little extra time inspecting seals, ensuring proper drainage, and protecting key areas from avoidable damage. The difference it makes when storm conditions roll in is massive. Now that you're aware of your car's hidden weaknesses, the good news is there are practical, straightforward steps you can take to safeguard it. Let's dive into the maintenance tasks that will keep your car safe and potentially save you a fortune in future repairs. Think your car is ready to handle a storm? You might want to think again. Most drivers overlook basic maintenance steps that can make all the difference during extreme weather. It's not just about major repairs. It's small, everyday issues that often lead to big problems when conditions turn bad. Let's start with your tires, which are quite literally where the rubber meets the road. Proper tire maintenance is non-negotiable when storms strike. Without adequate tread, your tires can't channel water away effectively, leaving you at risk of hydroplaning. Hydroplaning happens when your car loses contact with the road and skims across water instead, and it only takes a fraction of an inch of standing water for this to happen. Imagine a driver cruising down a rain-slicked highway at 50 miles per hour with tires worn down to the legal minimum. A sudden puddle and a split-second loss of control could lead to a collision that was entirely preventable. Here's a simple fix. Use the penny test. Insert a penny into the tire tread with Lincoln's head facing down. If you can see the top of his head, it's time to replace your tires. Low tire pressure also compounds this risk, so check your tire pressure regularly to ensure it matches the levels in your car's manual. Next up are your brakes. Wet roads reduce traction, and if your brakes aren't working at their best, stopping safely can become almost impossible under storm conditions. It's not just about wear on your brake pads. Malfunctioning rotors and low brake fluid levels can also create serious safety risks. Studies show that effective, well-maintained brakes can be the difference between avoiding an accident and a dangerous skid. Routine brake checks should be a staple of your car maintenance routine, especially before storm season. While we're on the topic of visibility and safety, let's talk about windshield wipers and fluid. During a storm, your windshield wipers are your main defense against driving blind. Worn or damaged wipers can smear water across your windshield instead of clearing it, dramatically reducing your visibility. And when the rain hits harder, you'll need windshield wiper fluid to help you see clearly. Many drivers forget to refill it until it's too late, and regular-grade fluid can freeze in colder climates, so switching to a winter-grade formula before the season changes helps eliminate that worry. Another overlooked maintenance task? Your car battery. Extreme weather puts extra strain on every part of your vehicle, including the electrical system. A weak battery can leave you stranded at the worst possible time. Just imagine sitting in a parking lot during a storm, unable to start your engine because your battery failed. Make sure your battery is fully charged and check its condition with a quick diagnostic test. Replacing an aging battery now is far cheaper and more convenient than an emergency tow during bad weather. Finally, let's not forget the smaller details. Loose parts on your car, like side mirrors, antennas, or cracked moldings, might not seem like a big deal. But when high winds hit, these can become projectiles or break off entirely, causing damage to your car or others nearby. It's worth spending a few minutes securing or tightening these parts before a storm, or even removing them temporarily if needed. Routine maintenance isn't just about avoiding accidents, though. It's also about saving money. Neglecting a single upkeep task, like swapping out old wipers or checking your tire tread, could result in damage that costs thousands to repair later. Prevention is far cheaper than damage control when it comes to car care. With these steps, you're already laying the groundwork for a storm-proof car. But one critical factor remains. Where you park your vehicle during a storm can make or break your preparation. Let's dig into the parking strategies that keep your car safe when the skies open up. Where you park your car during a storm can be the line between escaping unscathed or facing substantial repairs. Yet too many drivers underestimate its importance, often leaving vehicles in spots that are practically storm magnets. Outdoor parking is one of the biggest risks, especially in areas prone to flooding or surrounded by debris-heavy environments. A single heavy downpour can transform a low-lying street into a river, and cars parked in these spots face the dual threat of water rising into the engine and debris scratching or damaging their exterior. Finally, before the storm even hits, take preventive measures like documenting your vehicle's condition with photographs. Snap clear photos of both the interior and exterior. These serve as proof of your car's pre-storm condition, an invaluable step if you end up needing to file an insurance claim. It's a small task that can make the post-storm process far less stressful. Even the best parking strategies can't guarantee total protection, but they drastically improve your odds of avoiding disaster. With your parking handled, the next concern is dealing with emergencies while on the move. Let's focus on what to do if a storm catches you away from home. Your car doesn't have to be another storm victim. With a little preparation, it can actually become your safest refuge when extreme weather strikes. The thousands of cars damaged each year remind us how critical these steps are. From inspecting weather seals to securing storm-safe parking, every action counts. Start today. Pick one tip from this video and put it into practice. Preventative care now saves you from bigger headaches later. Want more ways to protect your car all year long? Don't forget to hit subscribe and check out our next video on how to winterize your ride for even tougher conditions ahead.